Let's start this video with a few questions. Is leveling in Wrath of the Lich King fun? Does it take too long? Is it too hard for new players? Well, let's see. Wrath of the Lich King was the absolute peak of World of Warcraft's success back in the day. With over 12 million active players, Wrath is arguably the best expansion in WoW history. With that being said, we need to understand one crucial thing. Playing WoW expansions back in the day was a way different experience than playing WoW expansions today, and one of the main reasons why is simply leveling. Leveling in the first expansions was supposed to be a huge portion of your game time, so your journey in the game basically started at level 1. You had to spend hours and hours progressing through every zone and completing almost every quest. It was more difficult, and at some points even challenging. On the other hand, leveling in the modern expansions is supposed to be like some kind of introduction to your class, abilities, and world. It really isn't hard, and it takes just a couple of hours of playing, and you're just going through a couple of zones. Let's set the record straight. I absolutely love Classic Wrath. But we need to be real. Most of the new players that want to try it out won't even make it to their first level 80. They'll get discouraged maybe around level 40, because for modern players, it just takes too long. Let's do a little bit of math together. Let's say you're playing WoW every day, which is pretty much impossible for many people, but for this case, let's assume that's true. Let's also assume you're playing every day for about 3 hours, and I would say that the average raw game time of leveling to 80 is around 8 days. So you're basically forced to play a game for about 2 months just to see if you like the endgame, which is, if you like it or not, the most important part of WoW nowadays. Most people are playing MMOs, especially World of Warcraft, for the endgame, whether it's PvP or PvE. They probably don't even know the story behind every expansion, and they're definitely not reading every quest. They just know that this is the bad guy that we're supposed to defeat. And honestly, it isn't just about the duration of leveling in Wrath, but also about some quests. It's just so frustrating when you have a quest to collect 15 skulls, but the fucking skulls are somehow not dropping for every animal. I guess these motherfuckers are just running around without their heads, and you need to kill like 30 of them to complete the quest. I understand that they're just recreating the original experience in the best way possible, but I think it would be much healthier for the game and players if the leveling was a bit faster. And I'm not talking about as fast as in the retail, because that's too much, but just a little bit. Honestly, the 50% experience buff that was available for the pre-patch and at the end of December was enough for many people, including me, to start leveling the characters. And I would love to see it again, but this time permanently in the game, with the option for the hardcore players to just simply turn it off for their characters. If you leveled up in Classic, there's a big chance that you did it just once. And that brings me to my other point, leveling up your alts. A lot of players would actually like to try different classes, but they don't want to level up again. So why won't Blizzard give them a little bit of a boost? I mean, if you have more alts, you'll probably spend more time in the game, so it would definitely be a W for them. I'd like to see like a 100% experience boost for your first alt, a 150% experience boost for your second alt, and so on. No one wants to spend another few months just so they can play their ult. But again, there should be an option for players to simply turn it off and play the game like in the old days. I have a great time in Classic Wrath, but just a little bit less time required to level up would be nice. So these are my takes on leveling in Classic, but I want to hear yours. Are you team faster leveling, or are you team leveling as good as it is right now? Be sure to write it down in the comments, and let's have some discussion. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!